Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. This little creative session in between playthroughs here. Just basically while I show off some of the things I'm working on. This is not one of them. This is actually me trying to update the Firebird. It was from my very first ever playthrough, as in before YouTube. I make this in survival in my first ever playthrough that I ever played of Empyrion. But I've kind of changed it throughout the years, and I was seeing if I could make it a tier 2 fighter craft, but that just never happened. So that's not going to happen. Anyway, this is the first thing I want to show off, and that is just a simple mining SV. That's it. It's really basic. I have the torch on so you can see what's going on. I just haven't textured it yet. Little thing at the back here. The harvesting container, you've got 15,000 as well. You've got an O2 station there. Yeah, plenty of thrusters. Oh, best not reveal what's I'm also going to be showing you later on. Yeah, this is going to be used in the next playthrough. The next playthrough is going to be Reforged Eden, and it's my first time venturing into Reforged, so everything I'm going to show you here is compatible for Reforged from the ground up. I've managed to alter a bunch of old blueprints to be compatible, so we're going to be mixing and matching a few of the new stuff and a few of the old stuff. And this is one of the old stuff. Now, I also plan on using this for quite a lot of the playthrough, at least throughout the early game and even some of the mid-game as well. An SV, not a CV to mine asteroids, an SV. Bit weird, isn't it? Well, that's because I am designing, or I've pretty much finished designing this capital vessel, which is going to be my first CV of the game. It is this. It is unnamed currently, and that little mouth there is actually where this thing goes. So I've merely finished the exterior as of like today of this CV. I've been working on it, and I've just kind of managed to get onto a bit of a roll with it, really. There we go. That should be enough, right? This doesn't feel like it's the whole way back. Oh, no, it is. That's great. Look at that. You turn it off, you get out, and that will open automatically because it will be by a sensor, and into the cockpit you go, and look, jump straight in. How awesome of a design is that, right? Does that not make sense to you? So the idea is this as your starter CV, you fly around, and yeah, you can just jump straight out and into that, rather than having to have all the like, what's it? Zascosium and a restroom to build a mining drill, whatever it is. You can just build it, like, use that. How much does that thing cost, the asteroid miner? Oh, okay. You still need a restroom and Zascosium, my bad. Probably makes no difference then. Oops, never mind. But still, yeah, this is the first CV. It originally started out like this, which is the same thing, just this is part of the interior, but this was going to be the front, and the idea was it would be like hangar at the front type thing, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, no, this should be the front, and the idea is to jump straight into. That's when I had the idea of jumping straight into the SV to mine. And yeah, this is born. And it's particularly odd looking, I think. Let me give you a little view of it. I think it looks pretty awesome from this perspective here, because it's quite simple at the back. But then it gets a little bit random over here. I don't know, I was just trying to make it work. Originally it was two awful looking sort of, 3x3 blocks. Basically like the Shepherd here. It was this, but it looked much worse than the Shepherd does there. I think this looks a lot better because it looks like the thrusters are much more integrated here. I will put a block there just to sort of, conceal that. Then again, it could be a space for another thruster. That's not a bad idea, actually. I also realise I'm suffering from squeaky keyboard and, I don't know, a shaky desk at the moment. I will try and cancel that out at some point. I don't know what's going on. But I've noticed the audio even in XCOM's getting a bit thumpy, so maybe I don't know. I need to figure out where I'm positioning the desk. But we'll see. Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's a bit strange, this one, and I don't know what on earth to call it. We've also not finished the lift thrusters, actually. So now that you've seen the outside, let me just sort of give you the tour of what I'm thinking for the inside, because I've not designed the inside like beyond what you see there, pretty much. So you've got your hangar here. This is all going to be blocked off, obviously. It's going to sort of go in here because you're safe from the thrusters at this point. And that's where you have your O2 station, maybe even a medical station there, so you can, you'll be alright. Possibly a cloning station, actually, when you think about it. You want to be able to get straight back out if you've died. Possibly, though. I don't know. I always forget. There's so many times in every playthrough I think, I really need a cloning station here, there, or wherever. Anyway, you come up to this main area here. This is all going to be blocked off. You've got a bit at the side here that will probably go all the way out to this section here, I reckon. So don't know what we'll put there, but we can put something. Same section here. Up to about here, let's say. That's about it. The warp drive's down there. Down at the front. I'll show you out there anyway. In here we'll put, I don't know, something small. Maybe we'll put... I don't know. I'm sure I'll find something. Could be good for armor lockers and stuff like that. That might be a good thing to do. Grab armor lockers, run down you go. Up here is where you will find the bridge that you saw earlier. And you actually go, this is going to be blocked off completely. And it's going to go, like, curve straight round. I'm going to put a block here going around into this to go up. So you're forced to go up. This is all going to be, a lot of this is going to be closed off. I should point out. It'll probably curve around sort of to intersect here, I reckon. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll do something like that. Maybe I should do stuff like that now. Do you know what? I mean, this is making up for a whole week of Empyrion, so we might as well go ahead and do a bit of that now. So let's put, I want a nice... I've hardly used rounded blocks in my builds recently, so I've been trying to integrate them here, but I've not had a lot of luck. But I found little ways to get them involved, so I think this works. Possibly get rid of that. Let's go with the... Is there like a curvy in block? Be good for a ceiling. Oof, no, I'm being particularly ambitious here. Yeah, no, but you get what's going to go on there. Let's go from here to... Do you know what? Actually, this will work completely. Right, on that. So that's... So that. We're going to replace a lot of these steel blocks with carbon substrate. Because this thing costs, if we go actually to our blueprints and we go to starter CV... Nope, it's not that. That's the big one. What have I called it? Yeah, it's definitely Starter CV. There it is. Starter CV Reforged. 13,000 iron is a lot for a Starter CV, so we're going to really try and take a couple of thousand off of it, which we're going to be able to do. Yeah, I think this looks fine, because I still want you to have like the full scope of the room here. Maybe we can put some... Oh, we can put some like consoles there. And then you can possibly replace them with crew. We might end up replacing them with crew depending on CPU usage, because I've still got to add some more up thrusters, and I've just realised I've not even done down thrusters yet. That's only going to leave us with like 50,000 to like actually do the interior. Add a constructor. I'd like a deconstructor. I kind of want this to be suitable for an all-in-one. We've got 4 turrets plus 2 sentries on it. So 1 there, 2 at the side, 1 at the back, and 2 sentries by the hangar at the back, so you're nice and safe when you leave. Maybe I want to change that round a bit, because you can place that at 2 turrets if you want to later on. Yeah, anyway, you've got this section here. I don't know what I'm going to do here, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll make some sort of area, I don't know, maybe I'll put a window here. That could be quite good, actually. Windows, there. Those would suit the 2 block up, wouldn't they? Kind of thing. A little bit high up, though. No, I think it would work. I think that'd be fine. And then down here, you've got a garden. Room for a garden, that is. You've got these 2 segments here for grow blocks. Might push this in a bit, make it a nice sort of curvy door with nice angles to go down into. Could be good. And then probably place a fridge somewhere up here, I imagine. Yeah, dining area here, possibly. I could see that being a thing. Yeah, but you see how this is going to work here. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what this block is about. That was obviously from a long time ago, that random block. It's undergone a lot of transformation. I mean, at one point I did this entire front and deleted it. We were going to have thrusters underneath, by a fort as well as the sort of like this here, not as well as, but instead of, and it just did not work. I still think this is a bit derpy, like a rah. It's like a fish. Does it kind of look like a sort of a fish of some sorts? Like a big old chunky fish, like a puffer fish? I don't know. But yeah, it's I think I'm happy enough of it. Don't know if it's workshop worthy, but I think I will use it anyway. This time I think while we're here I would like to add some more thrusters. So all the thrusters are medium apart from these lift thrusters which are large, and I'd like to keep it that way. So what I'm going to do is look for a place to add them. I'm thinking somewhere there would be good. Actually, is that... Sorry, hang on a second. Oh, that's perfect. It's a bit vulnerable. But indeed. Oh, we can easily... Look at this. This is easy. Alright, what does that leave us with? Oof. Okay, that's fine. That's 8 large lift thrusters for a starter CV. I think that's pretty damn good. Perhaps somewhere like here would be good for some downward thrust. Somewhere like here as well could be good. Yeah. Okay, I think I've already worked it out in my head what it's going to be. We're going to go like this. It's going to be like that. Do we need to do it here, or can we go like down, down? No, that does not work actually. Unfortunately, I don't think that works at all unless we do it like that. Which I think we'll do. I'll have to design the interior in such a way where it kind of bends around it, so it keeps you away from it, which you would be away from it anyway. But still, that's fine. Over here, so, oh, something I forgot to say. Yeah, you've got this elevator going up for an SV pad at the top here, by the way, as well. An upside down door because of the way this whole thing works in here. I don't know, it's a bit weird. But yeah, it'll work. I promise you this works. You might need to have your jetpack on. I need to add gravity generators and all that. Ugh, so much to do. So we've got those thrusters there. Do we think maybe thrusters here? Actually, what does that come down to? No radiation? Oh, no, there we go. There's the radiation. It's fine if we go here. What if we go here? Yeah, see, that's a no then. That's a big no. Here, though, shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah, you're fine. Need to use the wheel more. It's less bumpy. That looks good. And that won't affect us whatsoever. I don't think we need more than that. It's meant to be... Yeah, I don't think we can afford more than that. Jeez. How much is an advanced constructor? 20,000. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. I think something I want to do as well. Just this caught my eye. Oh, this is not the piece I'm looking for. That said, I've never seen this one before. Oh, a curve to a straight block. I have not seen this before. I've never used it ever. Ah. It's like finding alien life. Anyway, sorry, excuse me, let me get comfy. My chair's all wobbly. This place we live in, you see, it's very old. It's probably not been updated since the 1920s, and I'm not making a joke of that. It probably hasn't. Let's just say it's got character. But the floorboards, you could legit lose your debit cards down them. I kid you not. It's not happened yet. Come close plenty of times. But still. Yeah. It's just so wobbly, and I mean, my chairs over the last year has been chipping away at the floorboards. Ever since I've had this desk here for about a year now. And ugh, it's just unstable. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. That is the capital vessel I am currently working on as a new starter CV, basically to replace the Explorer CV is the idea. And I'll be interested to see, well, this definitely will not be suitable for vanilla Empyrion unless you lower the power of the lift thrusters, which might be an option. Actually a legit decent option too. You could probably take away a couple of the thrusters, replace them with small thrusters instead. We've got, as you see, we've got 4 at the back here. None at the front. I hope that doesn't have an adverse effect of it. I don't think it would. Because, you know, as long as it's away from the centre of gravity, it should be fine. Centre of gravity, I imagine, is going to be quite forward heavy. The warp driver's at the front as well. So that should be okay. Anyway, let's just go to the Explorer CV. There's a Reforged version, apparently. Yeah, it's actually shorter than it, but a lot stockier. Probably a lot more efficient, I imagine, as well. And it definitely... Is it better looking? I don't know. I mean, it looks sophisticated because there's stuff going on, but does it look better? I don't know. I can't tell if I like it or not. I think I like it enough because it looks a bit odd. A little bit quirky. I like this segment here. Kind of going up and around. I think that looks cool. I actually got this from the next build I'm about to show you, which is the end game build. But yeah, I think this looks good. I might alter this a little bit, possibly, but obviously, you know, everything's subject to change. As for the color scheme, all right, hear me out. I'm thinking yellow, as in yellow, like a faded yellow and a faded white, gives it a slightly oldish look to it. Don't know. What do you think? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. The new starter CV. I also need a name for it. So if you can think of a name for this thing, I'm all ears. I really am. I don't actually have a name for this. I think I did at one point and I've just completely forgotten it. Or thought of something decent. But yeah, I'm all ears. I might have thought of one by the time this video comes out. I'm actually recording this 2 weeks in advance, getting ahead of myself. But yeah, name suggestions, please do suggest anything. And now it's time to show you the next vessel I've been working on. By the way, the core's only there because I just want to see how much CPU it costs. I present to you the front section of the Orion. This is a Tier 4 combat CV. Just the front section that I've been working on. Pretty monstrous, isn't it? I'm kind of stuck. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm like, I guess it starts filling out a little bit. I want some mini nacelles at the back here, and then I'm just not sure how to do the back section. But already it's as long as the Legacy B, pretty much. Not as wide, it certainly won't ever get to that stage. Now, I originally designed it at first to be a planet-side vessel, but that's obviously stupid because in Reforged Eden, the blocks, they don't necessarily weigh more, but they kind of do weigh more, let's face it. And this thing's entirely going to be made out of combat steel pretty much all over, apart from little bits here and there. And I might as well make the whole thing out of combat steel. I don't know why I'm not. A bit stupid, really. So this is all going to go. There's not going to be a hangar bay down here for like hover vessels to go up and down. That's just not going to be a thing. This is going to be a space-only combat vessel. Combat, 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 baby. And it's probably going to have a prerequisite of needing 1 quantum core to begin with. Is kind of the idea, and there's going to be space to add more turrets as I go up. These ones here at the side, those 2 artillery there, might not even be there whenever the final build is built, but we may even revisit this in a separate video down the line. But yeah, this is an endgame vessel I'm working on to take on all of the biggest, baddest things in the Project Eden scenario, and it's going to be a beast. It's going to be a beast, this is. It's going to be an absolute tank. Yeah, and it's going to have generators inside as bait generators, more turrets underneath. I'm going to make this section quite flat. Place a load of turrets along there. This midsection here is going to be lit up, so it's going to be a dark colour all over, and then I'm thinking like a dark green and then like a mild yellow. Actually, that yellow Yeah, just a glowy that yellow all over, and then a sort of military green. Very military style is what I'm thinking. If you think that's good, then let me know. If not, then please, like, I'm always open to suggestions. Interior design's not something I'm good with. Exterior design, even worse. Actually, that's not true. I'm probably better with exterior. And here, what I was trying to do was divide it into two, but there's no way I could get it to work. Like, imagine having that, like, yellow line split into two, but instead of here, I'm just going to make it like a, you know, a section. This is all going to come out a bit more like there. Thrusters along the side here. Maybe even, there might even be hangers. Oh my gosh, how cool would that be? If you have a sort of hangar door. What the? Are you okay? There we go. Okay, let's see. We can't quite fit the hangar doors. Might be able to expand that a little bit. Bring that down. Say we sort of copy and paste this all the way down a bit. Did some copy and pasting over there, by the way. I'll go over that later. Have some hangar. Oh my gosh, what do we do? 5. So 5 by 3, 6 by 5. Like here, right? That should work. Does that work anywhere? I have to sort of move it down a bit more. 6 by 3. Oh my gosh. Just out of interest, if I was to bring the King Hog in, the Reforged, this is a tier 3 combat SV. Oh my gosh. Wow. Obviously that's not going to go there. Just concept-wise, we can have like SVs coming out the side of this thing. This could be something that actually takes off in multiplayer, right? But like I say, I'm just not sure where to go from here. I'm kind of happy enough that I built the front of it, because this isn't, you're not going to see this for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months anyway, when it's finished. We're going to be taking our time with Reforged Eden, kind of going through a few other things very systematically, and yeah. But this is something you're going to see at the end of, and it's going to be, I don't know, probably back to here. Don't even know where the bridge is yet. And there's going to be like a show bridge, then there's going to be a battle bridge in the middle, you know, here or whatever. Surrounded by combat steel. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute monster of a vessel, so yeah, pretty interesting. So you can see this, you're going to see that one over there, plus the little small vessel asteroid miner, which I'll think of a little name for that. And there's one more thing I've been working on that I want you all to see, but we have to go down to the planet for that, which we need to go to 10,000. There we go. And I'll see you down there. Okay, so this is just a wacky concept piece that I'm working on. I've not even started it really, but I'm going to be working on a boat. Straight up boat. So after watching the Spange update on 1.7 and the water mechanics looking pretty damn awesome, I want a straight up naval ship. Alright, I really do. It's not going to be the back like that, that's going to go out the same way as that. Going to copy and paste it probably. Flip it round, yeah. I'll do something like that. Yeah, and it's just going to be... It's going to have artillery turrets on both sides. Called it the Thunder Child if you get the reference. Good on ya. Yeah, that's it really. It's in extremely early days, as you can see. It's just I did this in about 20 minutes or whatever. Might even make it bigger than this. I don't know. I'm struggling to grasp the size of this thing. Obviously, it's going to be a tier 4 thing. It's going to have plenty of crew, because there's always you need some seamen on your vessel. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's going to have plenty of crew. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I say, it's going to be that weird concept week in my Empyrion playthroughs, which I like to do occasionally, I guess. Like where I'm like, I want to test this thing out. That's going to be the one for the next playthrough. Something I forgot to say about the Orion is it's going to be a little... I plan on putting a little emergency exit chute, basically, for something like this. So, I mean, how big would that even be? Let's test this. Do you know what? Main fill. Let's... Oh, hello. Oh right, yeah, you're entirely rear thruster based. Right. Wow, that's a bit of a problem with the builds then. Needs more lift. It's got 2 thrusters. What's its CPU? Well under, but that's because it's Reforged Eden. It's pretty interesting here, this, right? You've got the Orion there. Really awesome shape, I think that is. You've got this here, kind of looking like the Enterprise D in a way. You know, the two nacelles at the back and the big saucer section at the front? Anyway, the idea is this is going to have like an emergency like chute out the side or somewhere. Bloody hell, this really is just for an emergency, this thing. That's the idea. How big is this? So I just want to get an idea of how big I need to make the shutter for it. And this will be lodged somewhere in the ship, probably at the back and maybe even the middle. And there'll be like a chute coming out the back, just like you can barely see. But I want to know if you can get, just as a concept piece, if I say symmetry mode isn't on, is it? Because oof. Symmetry mode off. Good. Okay, yeah, let's keep that off. Let's move. Just something else I need is the actual shutters. Do I? Oh bloody hell! This is going to be a bit of a palaver. Maybe like that. Does that fit through there? No. No, it does not. That needs to be a 5. No doubt about this. 5 blocks wide and 3 blocks tall, I would say. 4x3, 4x4, 5... No way. Does this literally have the size of the vessel? Oh my goodness, I think it actually does. Yeah, that really, hang on, the tail section there is a bit, it's close, but I think it works. Let's find out. So this is barely above ground level. That's not even above ground level. That apparently was fine. Oh my gosh, yeah, this could seriously, this could work. Yeah, no, this could actually work. Look, one 5x3 shutter as an escape chute. And then we sort of curve the, yeah, look, you've got some clearance. Barely. That's generous to call that clearance, isn't it, I guess? Come to think about it, can we maybe then go 1x3s? Yeah, look, we can go 1x3. Is 1x3 enough? Yeah, 1x3 there. And then a simple 1x1. Wrong way. And again. There it is. And then this thing can go vroom right through. This will be on the inside, and then like a circular structure around it in which it will escape, and that will be at the back. It'll be like a big old poop tube for the capital vessel here. Much better than the escape pod that you start in survival, that's for sure. Yeah, I think that's a really cool concept, personally, but that's something I'm going to be playing with in months' time, to be honest. We've got more pressing matters because this will be getting used in the next couple of months for sure. So I think I'm happy enough with the thrust situation here. Am I happy enough with the externalness of it? I suppose so. It looks a little bit janky in some ways, but I think it's interesting enough. This is the only bit I don't like, so I might change that. But it's not showing. There we go, symmetry plane. Don't know. That just seems a bit off to me. So I wonder if it's possible to sort of, because we can't place anything there, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Is that better? Let's just say it is. I'll change it in my own time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't record well. I don't build well when I'm recording, I should say. I'm better off just being left to get on with it, which I'll probably do. But one thing I want to do, actually, this time, is close this off because I actually have an idea for it. So let's do that now. Let's go. Whoop. Ah, interesting. No, that's what we're doing. We're doing this. And then we're going to go like so. Yeah, that is actually it. Let's go 5 carbon. You're going to be like so. This is all going to stay as steel blocks to protect the vessels inside. Like that. This is not going to be like that, because that's going to start going inwards to whatever's placed here. Yeah, I think this might be it. Possibly. Actually, I do like the idea of maybe doing something here. So say we go like that. Something I want to do is use more truss blocks, to be honest with you. So we're only going to keep one thing in here, I think it's safe to say. Alright, there we go. Like this here. Bit awkward. This is actually a little bit awkward. Wrong block. That might actually be the reason why, possibly. There we go. I'm just using simple blocks here. Come on, I can work this out. Probably something along these sorts of lines, right? I don't think it is. Not that, but if we go along these lines, we're getting closer. I've used this block a few times. I think it was down here. Yeah, this section here. I like it. Just gives it texturing with blocks. That's something I always remember Spange saying, which I think is something that fella that built the Creel stuff. I'm sure he said it over and over again. And it's brilliant. It really is. Am I overcomplicating this? Probably. And that's because I'm recording right now, and I just don't do well when I'm recording. I want this to be quite nice and smooth, like it is here. I'll come back to this in my own time anyway. But yeah, I've got all this space here. You know, deconstructor, main constructor. That's all my CPU gone. So it's not going to be a deconstructor. I think I might make this... Is this going to have crew as a prerequisite? I seriously hope not. Might lower some of the thrusters. Like, rather than this be a medium thruster, lower it to a small thruster. What we'll do is I'll build everything I want, and then I'll downplay it from there. So 7,500, we can save a couple of thousand just from a couple of the side strafing thrusters. Or the lift thrusters, maybe they're too much. Maybe we just don't need that much lift. I think I do want that much lift though. Don't you? I know I would. Absolutely. Got the warp drive there. Still need to build a pentaxid tank for that. Gravity generator. We need to put in fuel tanks, O2 station. There's a lot to do. Fridges. Medical stuff if I want them. Medical bay is probably going to be at the top of this hall here. Actually, that's a perfect spot for a med bay combined with armory. Maybe. Yeah. Anyway, that's all stuff I'm going to decide off camera. I realise this is just a little filler episode before I start the new playthrough. I assume, in fact it probably is already, 1.7 is probably ready to play. But I've not been paying attention. I'm leaving it because I can't wait to deal with the... we're going to tackle the pirates early on, I think, is something I want to do. And I also want to tackle the House of Fire. We're going to make enemies of Spange's faction. Just because everyone's put so much effort into the designs, and I just want to go and smash up all the POIs and see all the rewards that people have put. It's honestly, I can't wait to take a look at all of that. So yeah, let's finish. Tell you what, let's finish this with your first look at the big one here, the Orion. I do love this front section. It's simple, elegant, and powerful. Absolutely, that's what you want from your end game combat capital vessel, definitely. Yeah, anyway, I will see you next week for the start of Reforged Eden. See ya.